Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Dr. Norma Reyes and I am a career and life coach. I just wanted to give you guys an update in case you've been wondering what has been going on this channel. So, um, the last update, guys, I gave y'all was that we moved into the house and I hadn't had a chance to make any new videos. And then after that, I didn't have time, or as I would like to say, I didn't make any time to make videos because I was shifting a lot in a lot of different gears. And I did decide somewhere mid-fall that I was going to launch my podcast in 2021, which I have, and I have them uploaded on the channel. And then you can also find them on Apple and Spotify podcasts and anywhere else really that you listen to podcasts. And today I decided that I needed to give you guys an update. I personally like to do these update videos for myself and for anybody else that is interested in knowing what is going on. And so now it has been about a year and a half since I started my business in the end of 2019. In that time, I've invested in business coaches for myself and did a lot of trial and error and really experimenting in a lot of different ways than I've ever really done in regards to figuring things out. I feel like it has helped me significantly. Significantly. I feel like I'm like in a rush to tell you everything, guys, but in that, I think that it has also helped me learn to focus on what I want to do in my business, how I want to grow, and how to do it with intention. Now, in all of that, I'm still working my 9 to 5. I'm still, have my family to take care of, my responsibilities. There's still so many things. And creating YouTube videos, as much as I love doing them, it was something that I put on the whole list. And creating the podcast still was kind of like fulfilling that portion of what I want to give back to everyone. I believe that career coaching should be available to everyone, and my particular style of career coaching is one that is involving your intuition and the strategy combined. And what I mean by that is being able to plan your career path and what you want to do, but then also following your intuition and being flexible. A lot of times we are often pressured to go into certain career fields, or we put a pressure on ourselves of what it means to be successful, and then later on realize, well, maybe I don't want to do that anymore, but find it difficult to shift our perspective. And the purpose of the podcast is to remind us that ultimately it's up to us what we decide works for us and what doesn't. And when something stops working, that's okay. We can shift gears, move forward, and decide that it doesn't work anymore. No one says you're stuck on anything but you. And I think for me, that was one of the biggest challenges that I kept facing in my life. And even in creating my business, no one decides what will work for me but me. And what I mean by that is really my belief system. And the only way to combat that is by creating positive and different beliefs, right? Affirmations that go against that. And so, in other words, if I feel like that I have to make $10,000 a month to be able to consider my business successful, then I need to change that either by deciding that that's not what I define as success, right? So an affirmation for it would be, I define success on my own terms. So success can be having 1 or 2 clients. Success can be changing the world one person at a time. Success can be having 100 downloads in a day. That can be your success, and you decide that. And as time goes on, I feel like for myself, it's the constant message that I always get to be flexible and that I decide when I change. I've always considered myself to be a flexible person, but I think when it comes to more physical aspects of things, I find it more difficult to change. And I will share that as my last thing for today. So for example, I'm here in the office and this is my new egg chair that I love. It was my Mother's Day gift. And when we moved into this house, the room was gray and we painted it this beautiful sea breeze color. And it took me very little time to pick the color. Like after I looked at different swatches, I knew the color that I wanted and I loved it. And then it still took me, I would say about a week or two more to commit and paint the room. Aside from the physical labor of painting a room, I had a really hard time committing to it. And so I asked myself, well, what's making me stuck? And I kept trying to reflect. And sometimes we have to go and look back at maybe our past and see what about it, what is something that happened when we were kids that maybe we're still holding on to as true facts that is keeping us from moving forward. And it really just kind of reminded me of my bedroom at home. And when we moved in, I changed it to, this is back when I was like, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old. And I decided to pick this horrible baby blue color. And we picked it and painted it, and then my parents never asked me if I wanted to change it, and I never decided I wanted to change it again. And really, I mean, having limited resources, it wasn't something that we constantly would do. We didn't paint our rooms all the time. And now that I think about it, you know, it's not really that much money, but in my mind, it just felt like I couldn't just decide on a color because it meant it was permanent. And it was at that time because I never asked for it to change. I didn't even think of the option. And so that's something to stick, you know, to remind you guys and let y'all know, you know, sometimes we do these things for no reason. We just think, we assume. And maybe my parents would have changed it. Hold on, baby. Maybe my parents would have allowed me to change it, but then decided, you know, I never asked, so I wouldn't have known. And my son here wants me to open up some Oreos for him. So
no, they're cookies.
They're Oreos.
No, they're cookies.
Oh, can you wait for a second? Thank you. And so with that, I will end the video because he wants his Oreo cookies.
They're not called Oreo cookies. They're cookies.
And so be flexible. Don't let things just stay stuck because you decided this. Remember, everything that is currently going on in your life, you decide, and only you can decide to change it. Have a great day, guys. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.